let's see here. There's that. And let's see. There's that. And there's that. Many years ago, my dear brother Mark, who is now deceased, made this for my birthday. As a matter of fact, if I can reach the thing here, we've even got Constance. I just ran across, I don't know why I did that this morning, just a different way to start it. We are actually reading the text of Crowley's ritual for the Holy Guardian Angel, Liber Samekh. And so there's not going to be much Lon involved in this, except for a few digressions, and we're going to try to get through section A of this. And let me just do that. Liber Samekh. Oh, if you're following along in the book, it is page 129. Liber Samekh, Theurgy, Goetia, Summa. Congressus cum daemon. Subfigura 800. Being the ritual employed by the B666 for the attainment of the knowledge and conversation of his holy guardian angel during the semester of his performance of the operation of the sacred magic of Abramelin the Mage. Prepared Aeon, or Anno Novo, 17. And just add 4 to that, so that would be 1921. Saul and Virgo at the Abbey of Thelema in Cephaladium, Cefalu, by the B666 to the service of Frater Progradior, Frank Bennett. Official publication of AA Class D for the grade of Adeptus Minor. Point 1. Evangelii Textus Redactus. Point 2. Ars Congress cum Daemon. The Invocation. Magically restored with the significance of the barbarous names etymologically or Kabbalistically determined and paraphrased in English. Section A, the Oath. Let the Adeptus Minor be standing in his circle on the square of Tifereth, armed with his wand and cup, but let him perform the ritual throughout in his body of light. He may burn the cakes of light, or incense of Abramelin. He may be prepared by Liber 175, that's Liber Liber Astarte, and the reading of Liber 65. It's one of the holy books, significant to the Holy Guardian Angel. And by the practices of yoga. He may invoke Hadit by, quote, wine and strange drugs, if he so will. But in a footnote, he says even a microscopic amount would suffice. Let me see what he says exactly here. Okay, any such formula should be used only when the adept has full knowledge of the based on experience of the management of such matters. That's always a good idea anyway, for everything. He prepares the circle by the usual formulae of banishing and consecration. He recites section A as a rehearsal before his holy guardian angel of the attributes of the angel. Each phrase must be realized with full concentration of the force, so as to make samadhi as perfectly as possible upon the truth proclaimed. 1. Thee I invoke, the Bornless One. He identifies his angel with the Ein Sof and the Kether thereof. One formulation of Hadith in the boundless body of Nuit. Thee that didst create the earth and the heaven, thee that didst create the night and the day, thee that didst create the darkness and the light. Crowley's note. He asserts that his angel has created, for the purpose of self-realization through the projection in a conditioned form, 3 pairs of opposites. A, the fixed and the volatile. So that's the earth and heaven. B, the unmanifested and the manifest. That's thee that didst create the day and the night and the day. And C, the unmoved and the moved. Thee that didst create the darkness and the light. Otherwise, the negative and positive in respect of matter, mind, and motion. So, he asserts that his angel is created for the purpose of self-realization through the projection in conditioned form, 3 pairs of opposites, the fixed and the volatile, the unmanifest and the manifest, and the unmoved and the moved. Thou art Asar un-Nefer, myself made perfect, whom no man hath seen at any time. He acclaims his angel as himself made perfect, adding that this individuality is inscrutable and inviolable. In the neophyte ritual of the Golden Dawn, as it is printed in Equinox 1 and 2 for the old Aeon, the Hierophant is the perfected Osiris, who brings the candidate, the natural Osiris, to identity with him. But in the new Aeon, the Hierophant is Horus. See the Book of the Law. Therefore, the candidate will be Horus too. What then is the formula of initiation of Horus? It will no longer be that of the man through death. It will be the natural growth of the child. His experiences will no more be regarded as catastrophic. Their hieroglyph is the fool, the innocent, the impotent. Harpocrates, babe, becomes Horus, the adult, by attaining the wand. Der Rhein Thor seizes this sacred lance. Bacchus becomes Pan. The holy guardian angel is the unconscious creature self, the spiritual phallus. His knowledge and conversation contributes occult puberty. It is therefore advisable to replace the name Asar un-Nefer by that of Ra-Hur Kuit at the outset, and by that of one's own holy guardian angel when it has been communicated. So I don't know of more concise in one paragraph of trying to explain what the difference between the Osirian magical formula, or the magical formula of the age of Osiris, And the new magical formula of Horus is, thou art Ea Bez, truth in matter. He hails him as Bez, that's B-E-S-Z, the matter that destroys and devours Godhead for the purpose of the incarnation of any God. Thou art Ea Aprophros, truth in motion. He hails him as Aprophros, the motion that destroys and devours Godhead for the purpose of the incarnation of any God. The combined action of these two devils, Ea Bez and Ea Aprophos, and he calls them devils because in Egyptian mythology, Bez and Apophis are those destructive principles and viewed narrow-mindedly as devils. The combined action of these two devils is to allow the God upon whom they prey to enter into enjoyment of existence through the sacrament of the individual life. Bread is the flesh of Bez, and love, the wine, the blood or venom of Aprophos. Thou hast distinguished between the just and the unjust. He acclaims his angel as having eaten of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Otherwise, having become wise in the dyad or up in Hokmah, to apprehend the formula of equilibrium which is now his own, being able to apply himself accurately to his self-appointed environment. Thou didst make the female and the male. He acclaims his angel as having laid down the law of love as the magical formula of the universe, and that he may resolve the phenomenal again into its nominal phase by uniting any two opposites in ecstatic passion. Thou didst produce the seeds and the fruit. He acclaims his angel as having appointed that this formula of love should affect not only the dissolution and the separateness of the lovers into his own impersonal Godhead, but their coordination in a child, quintessentialized from its parents to constitute a higher order of being than theirs, so that each generation is an alchemical progress toward perfection in the direction of successive complexities. As line 6 asserts, involution, line 6 is, or line 9, asserts involution, and line 9 is, thou didst make the male and the female, that's involution. Line 10, thou didst produce the seeds and the fruit, asserts evolution. Every one of these, you could just chew on them and meditate on them for years. Thou didst form men to love one another and to hate one another. He acclaims his angel as having devised this method of self-realization. The object of incarnation is to obtain its reactions to its relations with the other incarnated beings, and to observe theirs with each other. Want to hear that one again? Thou didst form men to love one another and to hate one another. He acclaims his angel as having devised this method of self-realization. The object of incarnation is to obtain its reactions to its relations with other incarnated beings, and to observe theirs with each other. That's the end of section A, and I think that's where we will stop today, and we'll pick up section little a, tomorrow, where he talks about, I am Onkof Nakansu, thy prophet, unto whom thou didst commit thy mysteries, the ceremonies of Kem. Okay. That's it for today. We will see you tomorrow. Today is, of course, the feast of the reading of the second chapter of the Book of the Law. There will be little festivities tonight. And I believe I posted Constance reading the second chapter just on my Facebook page this morning. So I hope you enjoy that. I've finally talked her into doing some dictation because she reads so beautifully. And hopefully we'll get her to read the holy books, and I'll post those too. Anyway, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.